Hey everybody, it's Matthew. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, or wherever you're finding me, honestly. So, I am out and about today on Memorial Day. And I desperately needed to get out of the house because the stress in my life hit like a peak point last night in the middle of the night, and I was very done with today because it shot up even further today. So, let's just call it self-stress, like repetitive thought drama, and then family drama on top of that. Let's call it that. So, and then I was going to make the video in my car, right? And I dropped my water bottle out of the car and chipped now in different places. Not that big of a deal. Still very usable. Didn't break or anything. Aggravating though. Like I'm so frustrated I lost track of it for a second and just poof, popped it out of the car on the pavement. And then there's this. Then there's my big stress notebook type scenario. And I'm not even going to show you what it's not worth it right now. It's really not. I don't want to relive it. So it is on the page behind the notebook right here. Okay. Gone. I'm not reliving it. I'm not rehashing it. In an extreme short, it was me in my car, angry at the camera and stressing out about stress for an hour. As I started sweating heavily in the car, and my phone shut off because it overheated. So I didn't even get the whole recording. You could see how, like, oblivious I was to my world just because my stress level and how angry I was, which is really bad. Really bad. So, like you're so stressed out, you don't realize you're in a hot car until sweat's like pouring down your face. It was a bad time. It was a bad time. So we're going to give that video a redo and do different topics here. Same topic, stress, but different pace. All right, so number one, we have stress. Identify the source of the stress. If possible, remove the stress. So that is what I'm doing here today. I identified my stress as my inability to move out and away from my other stress, aka get a home and get rid of my terrible living situation, and two, endless family drama, which just compacts endlessly onto that. So yeah, so that is why I went outside. Now, I say if possible because there are some stressors you can't get rid of, such as having an disease, like incurable disease. Um, Sometimes I really don't know what I write, but medicined? Okay. Medicine failed. Turn to herbalism and God. So that's where I am at for my ongoing health issues, like my jaw, my ears, my back, some disease I will not mention. But medical science has failed me, to say the least. 100% over and over and over again. So I'm left with pretty much the natural world of herbalism and God. And throughout my life, I have seen that there's a lot of strange stuff in the world, things that don't make sense. I am very sure aliens and interdimensional beings exist, because I've bumped into people that were not people. I've seen up above my bed when I was much younger, not sleeping, the aliens. So yeah. So there's a lot of stressors in my life. Some incurable disease that medicine failed on. Still optimistic for God and herbalism. So yeah, there's that. Ooh, fly. But what's your problem? Probably have something. What is it? Can't say that going out in nature will necessarily fix it. It helps me a lot. Helps me a huge amount. Because the bulk of my problems are my living situation. My living situation. So the solution's really easy. It's moving. So, moving. Of course, there's money involved. Money needed. And I heavily encourage you to do this no booking exercise too. There's 2 points to it. Point 1 is to get the thoughts out of your head. Point 2 is to actually come up with a solution. Even if you have some incurable disease and you don't have a solution right now, you can still think about a solution and go in that direction. Okay, you can't ruminate on it for forever. So that is important. So we are getting the thoughts out, and then we are coming up with, there are bees around me, so that's a little weird, with solutions. Even if your solution is unrealistic, try it anyway. There's no harm. See the bee? Oh, there it is. It is right up next, right up next to my phone. Yeah. So my solution for today as a short-term, medium-term solution is go in nature and relieve stress. So I'm going to write that down. So let's see. Go in nature and relieve stress. So again, there's a short-term, medium-term solution. It's not a long-term solution to my housing problem, which I wrote that down as a living situation. So I have to resolve this problem, even if it's only temporary for like a couple months. Like personally, I think the housing market is finally gonna go down and come to reality in 2026. But I'm not gonna sit around and wait. I've been actively looking for houses on Zillow. I have been actively going to houses and seeing where they are and what's around them, because people are very deceptive, okay, with their pictures. Sometimes there's no road view. So yeah. I'm going to renew my loans. So let me put that down. Oh, hey, buddy. There's a dog. Hold on. Somebody just walking their dog. About it. I think that's where this video kind of ends. So I need to either rent or buy a home. Exclamation point. Underline. There really isn't anything else. That will solve like 90% of my stress. So I encourage you to do the same. Solve your stress. See ya. Bye. Oh, you know what? No. Turn around.